Nukkadcode. Today we are going to discuss about a very popular methodology, software development methodology, which is called Agile. You must have learned about, or you may have heard about Agile methodology a lot. So let's discuss about Agile. What is Agile and how incorporates, or in big techs, how this methodology is taken into action. Cool. So, by definition, Agile methodology is an iterative, flexible approach to project management and software development that prioritizes rapid incremental delivery, customer collaboration, and responsiveness to change over rigid planning. It breaks projects to small, manageable cycles, often called as sprints, to enhance quality and gather feedback. Key frameworks include Scrum and Kanban. So today we are going to understand what are sprints and then what are Kanban boards, everything. Basically, these days Agile methodology is very popular. In earlier days, if you remember, in old days, what was happening is there was a waterfall model, waterfall cycle, like what software was developed, first requirements gathering and then all discussions, everything, then uh, software was basically one iteration was complete, then another iteration was going on, but everything was should be there actually in waterfall methodology. But later people come like we want everything up and running, like a small portion of the software should also be up and running. Then agile methodology come into picture, like whenever customer wants or client wants something, some software, he wants to show, like maybe he wants to see, like maybe after 1 month he want to see what is the status of the project, what is happening there, how much portion is covered and what is deliverable. So our manager generally does is like they break the task, which is basically they understand the requirements from the client, and then they break into different epics and then stories and then task, everything. They manage the team and then basically split it over kind of to different developers or maybe tech leads, everything. So that is the way, like how agile is worked. Okay, so now a lot of talking has been done. Now let me show you first what is Kanban board. Cool. So here you can see there is a Atlassian Kanban board. You in Google you can search like what is Atlassian Kanban board, and the first link is enough for us. So we can click on this one, and basically we need to sign up or log in to Jira, this Kanban board. So here I will use my Google account to log in. You can also use sign up using this Google Auth or something like that. Now here it will say something, you need to create a board. I have already created a board which is Nukkadcode, so I will just start here. Otherwise, if you're starting fresh, you can start a new site here. Cool. Now go to Jira. We will go there, and meanwhile it is preparing our board. First time since we are entering, so it is creating our board. What would be the sprint, task, stories, these kind of things. So yeah, it is loading. Cool. So here let's use this namespace. Awesome. Here you can see the different board. Here it is Kanban board. So tasks, you can see the status like to do, in progress, in review, done. Cool. So you can move from one iteration to another. This is something like that. If a task is assigned, you should first move it, understand it, and then move it into in progress. Once it is completed, you can move it after testing and everything. You can move it into review. Once it is in review, there would be code review, and after code review in tech industry, this is the standard procedure. So I want to tell you, while doing the software development, whatever you are building, if possible, use this Jira free tier you can use, and or you can manage your task, like what task I need to do. And this way you can learn about how to work in big techs. So this is the way they use this Kanban board. Okay, after review, code review, when it is ready, after review, you can mark it, it's done, and then it is able to ready to be merged in the main branch or something, or maybe project feature branch, something like that. It would be merged and it will be deployed later. So this is the board. Cool. You can assign this task to someone, some person actually. Here you can assign, suppose I want to assign it to me, so I can assign it to me. Suppose I have this task, I want to assign it to maybe this user. So here you can see there are two users and both are working independently on their different tasks. One may be in review and another may be in progress. Cool. After everything is done, you can move it to done. So both would be marked as done, and then you can complete this sprint. So generally this authority is to the admin. Here I am admin, so I can complete it, but in tech company there is a scrum master who manages this sprint everything. So scrum master knows everything and he manages how our stories will be created, everything. Okay, so let's I have walked you through simple things. Now let's understand about different components of the Jira board. So here you can see in summary, it is saying like status overview, total work items, everything you can see in graphical view, and then recent activity, who has done what. Cool. And then there is priority breakdown, like high priority, low, none, something like that. And the types of work, like it is a task, subtask, epic, or a story. So to understand these things, it is very important we should understand what is task, what is subtask, what is epic, what is story. Cool. So epic is a general term, like we can create an epic, and inside that epic we can create multiple stories, and inside a story there can be multiple tasks, like task and then task 1, task 2, something like that. And inside task we have subtasks, like task 1 has A, B, C small works, so we can attach them. So this was kind of overview summary for the Jira cover board, and this is the similar way we work in different companies, MNCs and big techs. Cool. Now there is a sprint. You can see understand sprint. Sprint is generally a cycle, basically bi-weekly. Generally, most companies have bi-weekly sprint. So this cycle will start from for 2 weeks actually. Suppose today sprint starts, tasks are assigned to different developers. Then developers will work on their tasks independently, and after that, after 2 weeks, just before the 14th day, it will close. Basically, it will the Scrum Master will try to close everything, and then if there are some spillovers is like if someone has not finished his task complete yet, then that task would be spilled to another sprint. Okay, so these are the things, and there are backlogs, like if you have some different work items maybe, and you want to work on that, it would always you need to create, and it would be always there. You can pick it from backlog, and you can move it to the sprint, current sprint, or maybe future sprint. It depends on you. So this way backlogs can come into main sprint. Okay, yeah, current sprint. Cool. So I think you got the concept of backlogs and the Scrum, and then Scrum sprints, everything, right? And what is Scrum? Scrum is basically this entire concept. Actually, Scrum meetings, there are happening Scrum meetings. So Scrum meetings is like there is a Scrum master who takes update from everybody. Cool. So Scrum is kind of this by you can say like this meeting actually, where every developer tells about or updates about his or her task status actually, or work status. Okay, Cool. So this is, I think, till here it is good. Board, you know, we have first discussed this, and this is code. What is code? Okay, you can connect to our repository, any repository, and then this is timeline. We generally do not go through this. It is kind of Scrum Master manages these things, and then there is pages. You can actually write something, some details, maybe documentation and everything, and then you can write that. People can, in the industry, actually there is a conference page where all the documentations happen. But yeah, pages also they give good idea about the Scrum, actually, not about the entire project or the project domain. It is very specific to the Scrums. You can manage here. And then forms, you can have these things. I have not created form. Okay, these are admin things. Mostly what we are mostly concerned with is the backlog and board. Okay, so this is the board which we in every daily Scrum meetings you would be going through this board. Okay, there would be a lot of developers, or this backlog page. Actually, there would be different tasks where there are story points. Actually, it is not different. Yeah, story points, you can see there is story points. How are it? Yeah, so story points you can assign, like how on the difficulty of the task, like how difficult it is, how many days it can take. So you can assign the story points also. So it is also kind of polling. Some companies use polling methods for giving Scrum story points. Like they will ask entire team, and if entire team will give on the basis of complexity, they will give some story points, and the common of all are the most common will win. So if it is mostly most people are saying suppose 5, then it will be 5. If there are tech leads or manager tech leads, they say like it is 3, and it is assigned to a junior developer, and junior developer saying it is maybe 1. So tech lead would obviously tech lead's experience would tell like this story is 3, then it is 3. Developers don't know actually what is the story point. So yeah, that polling method is used, like election. Yeah, cool guys. I think this all you need to know about the Scrum meetings to work Scrum and Jira board and everything basically related to this Jira. And these things you will see in the industry, so be prepared, understand it, go through it all of the board, and try to sign up and try to create your own board. And if you are working on any project, try to create the task, story, epics, everything here. This way you will learn like how we work on or work in agile methodology using scrums and these classic Jira board. You will understand a lot. So try to work in this way. Then every task will have their name. So maybe we can discuss that later. But yeah, while committing code to GitHub, there are different committing the code committing is actually there is a specific way, like feature slash something. So there is the name of the Jira task actually. You can see this is task 2. So every while creating a GitHub feature branch, you can use this task Scrum -2 features like Scrum -2 something like that, and then the GitHub story or whatever that kind of git commit you can do, right? While committing on the code to GitHub or GitLab or something, you can use this. Here you can see Can1 update. So basically Can1 is the code. Here you can see we have Scrum1, Scrum2, something like that. So we can use, right? Before committing, you can use something like that. Yeah, that's all guys. Thank you very much for here. Hope you will get familiar with the tech world and corporate world. with a happy corporate world. Yeah, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much, guys.